Hello, good morning. This is J. Richard Varvel for the JRV morning show. So last week I was not here because I was having symptoms that were very much like a flu. I was getting sick pretty much the whole week, as well as I had a lot of congestion that I was coughing up in my lungs. And so neither one of those things are ideal for the camera, and nor did I really feel as though I had the energy to be on camera or run a show and do readings and all that good stuff. Hey Aaron, good morning. It's nice for you to join us this morning. It's good to see you on the Facebook Live airwaves. So I was just telling everybody watching in the archives, since you were first to join live, just that I was out last week with flu-like symptoms that lasted pretty much all week, and I still have some residual symptoms, but I'm working through it, and I decided that I feel good enough today that I wanted to be back on the air, back live on Facebook, so that way I can continue the show. And even though I'm not feeling my total best, I still feel pretty good, and I'm happy to be here. As I said in one of my comments during the week when I posted excuse me, one of the live shows, or one of the former live shows in place of a live show, I really did miss being live and seeing all of you and being able to participate and interact in this way. But I definitely had to take some time out to take care of myself, and so that's what I did. And I will still continue to be doing that until I'm feeling totally back to myself. But it's interesting. So I was able to do quite a bit of reflecting in that time that I had to myself, and what I realized is that for me, going back to junior high days, for me when I first moved to Bakersfield for the first time, I was not a fan. I probably threw some of the biggest fits I've ever thrown in my life to not come here because I was totally against it, and I had zero desire to be here. And so I really kind of came to Bakersfield kicking and screaming when my mom and stepdad got married. And so anyways, I was here. My first school here was Tevis Junior High, out in the southwest of Bakersfield. And needless to say, I was bullied quite a bit. One of the famous nicknames was Gay J. And at the time, I was not out. I could hardly put words to what being gay was, or what that was like for me, or what I was experiencing on the inside. All that was I was still processing all that. None of that was clear to me yet. I mean, I knew that I had an attraction to men, and I knew that that was different than other boys. But I wasn't totally sure and aware of what that meant. And then at the same time, I was also going to church. I grew up in a Christian church ever since I was a little kid. And so I had the doctrine of being gay is bad, and that's not okay, and God doesn't like it, it's an abomination, it's this and it's that, and blah, blah, blah. And so that really started to create an inner war within me. And an inner war it was, because it was something that I didn't feel like I could share with anyone. I didn't feel comfortable enough. I didn't feel like I could trust anyone, because I just felt like if I would express how I really felt, and even though I didn't even know how to put words to it very clearly anyways, I just felt like I was going to be judged anyways, so I kept my mouth shut, and it was really an internal battle. So back to junior high, being bullied. So meanwhile, these kids are calling me Gay J, harassing me in PE because I wasn't very good at sports, and harassing me any chance they could because I was very vulnerable. I was very insecure. I was also very timid. I was shy. I had zero desire to stand up to these kids, these boys. And to be honest, they were very terrifying to me. And I really didn't understand why everyone was being so mean. I mean, that wasn't part of my nature. I've always been very peaceful, kind-hearted, caring, and nurturing. That was just something part of my natural personality. And so to have these boys harassing me and making fun of me and bullying me was really, I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to handle it. And I didn't really feel like I was, even though my parents at home listened to me, I don't really ever feel like I got advice that was helpful to me on how to handle it. So my point about all that was I started, as a defense mechanism, making myself sick. I could literally make myself sick. Sinus infections, bronchitis. It was mostly respiratory, breathing kind of stuff. And I would literally make myself sick so I could get out of going to school as much as possible. Because if I could get out of school, then that was a good day. And so, yeah. And then, so anyhow, flash forward to me being sick this week. Without getting into too much detail, some of my fears were set off of death. And to be honest with you, I didn't even realize I had fears of death, because I thought I had made my peace with them. But I hadn't. Not all of them anyways. So I had those fears get pushed on last weekend, and that literally set me off. It got little J upset, and I feel like in that sense I made myself sick. Now, there's a couple caveats to this, because I feel like it's not so cut and dry, so to speak. So I did make myself sick, I feel like, in a unconscious way. And so, but at the same time, I also feel like in the midst of being literally throwing up and having all that happen all week, I feel like my digestive system and my whole body went through a total reset. So as I was understanding that little J got upset and pushed, and he created that my old defense mechanism of making me sick, after I realized that, I was able to use it to my advantage, and it became a whole thing for me this week. So I've been able to clear my body of a lot of different toxins. I haven't had coffee since last Sunday, and I don't know that I'll go back to drinking it. I'm going to do what I can to not. Not that I think that there's anything specifically wrong with coffee, but I also add cream. And so I feel like the cream just wasn't so good. The mucus, it was creating too much mucus. And so for me, it was something that I'm ready to let go of again. I've quit coffee before, and so I feel like I'm ready to do it again. As well as I really haven't been able to eat a whole lot of anything this week except for organic applesauce and some toast and a little bit of vegetable soup here and there. That's been about all that I've been able to keep down. So I've just allowed my body to go through this process, checking in with it. What does it want? What is it? What's going to help it feel better and heal and go through this process? So I just wanted to share that because I feel like sometimes we do different things and we don't even realize that we're doing it because it's something subconscious. It's something it's very subtle. And so without reference points going back and looking at different trends and cycles and patterns in life, I never would have necessarily seen it. But it was something that I was able to, through my intuition and my internal guidance system, become aware of. And so then when I became aware of it, I was able to address it. And so, because I haven't been sick like this in like 5 years, and I used to get sick all the time. So it kind of threw me for a loop when it first happened. But once I was able to really get into figuring it out, it became clearer and clearer. So thank you for listening to that story. I hope that it provides some sort of value and maybe might inspire you or have you have some realizations within yourself, because truly we are the creators of our reality, including what's happening with us physically. And so yeah, it's not an external thing happening to us. It's something that we're creating from the inside out. And thank you, Aaron. Good morning. And I'm happy to be back, and it's great to see you as well. So now it is 11:11, so let's go ahead and get right into the 11:11 meditation. Let's close our eyes and begin to grow roots from the base of your spine and the bottoms of your feet down into the center of Mother Earth. And please take this time to say hello and send your love and gratitude. And wait for a response back. And I also want you to become aware of the gold and silver ball of light in the center of your heart space. And I would like you to begin to expand that ball of light bigger and bigger and bigger as it goes past your skin. Bigger and bigger and bigger. It's bigger than the room you're in. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Make it bigger, bigger, bigger than the building that you're in. So it is literally basically outside. Your sphere is outside, even though you are inside. All right, so this is your energy, your divine spark that you can grow and expand and play and investigate in. This is your energy, your divine spark, your signature, your energy signature. So this is your connection to the divine, your connection to the all that is, the infinite awareness. All right. Today is 12/12, and on 12/12 is the start of a period that we are in alignment with the galactic center of our universe, or our galaxy. And so there is a direct line to the great central sun. And so I want you to, so because of that, we're going to be tuning into those high frequencies and allowing them to work in our energy field. So let me just take a moment. All right, we're going to take a ride. So again, your sphere of light is lifting off. You are in the center of it. You are leaving this room that you're in, going up through the sky, beginning to go into the higher atmosphere. You are now out in space. You can look back at the Earth. You can see the moon. And you are now heading out throughout the solar system, past the planets. You went further out. Past the ever reaches of our own solar system. And off in the distance, you can see a golden ball of light, and it's super bright. And I want you to head that direction. That is the great central sun of this galaxy, of the Milky Way. And we are heading on out, flying faster than light speed. We don't have any restrictions of space-time here. We're going, and we are coming up on the great central sun. I'd like you to take a nice spin around it, taking in its beauty, its awe, all the beautiful energy. We're going to take a deep breath together. One more. And I would like you to get as close to the great central sun as is comfortable for you. And I want you to notice the energy transfer that is happening right now between you and that great central sun. Notice any messages, any insights, any understandings that you're getting at this time. You might also notice colors and geometry flying around in your energy field. Just allow this to happen. Just observe. We're just observing here, noticing. We're going to spend the next couple of minutes in this space, having this interaction, this exchange with the great central sun. As you're having this time with yourself and the great central sun, please notice any physical sensations that you're having in your body as well. I would like you to thank the great central sun for this time, for this exchange. And I would like you to begin your journey back. And you just feel, and you know where our sun is. And just you're heading that way. It's natural. There isn't anything to worry about. Notice anything that you notice as you're flying through space at an unbelievably fast speed back to our solar system. And all of a sudden you notice we're flying by Pluto, coming in past Jupiter, Saturn, and you see the moon. And you're coming back to Earth, flying through the atmosphere, down through the atmosphere, and then back into the room that you're in. And now I would like you to wiggle your fingers and toes and become aware of yourself back in the room. Opening your eyes when you're ready. All right, hello, welcome back. That was deep. I definitely went somewhere on that one. I would love to hear how that was for any of you out there that were able to join. Hello, Crystal. Welcome. And I would also love to hear in comments for any of those that are able to join in the archives. This is something you can definitely do on your own whenever you would like. And so yes, let's go to the next part of the show. We're going to do today's energy reading of the day for everyone. And I'll do a little shuffle here. Let's see what. Oops. Oh. So, three cards came out. Okay. Well, something says those are the three. We're going to do something a little bit different today. We have Light Within, Friendship, and Breakthrough. Okay, so. All right. So the Light Within, for me, is a confirmation that of the work and the foundation that's already been laid in some of the previous shows, talking about the idea that this is an inside job that we have here for ourselves, getting to know ourselves, getting to understand our gifts and abilities, what makes us tick, our passions. That is an inside job, and as we do the inside work, that begins to reflect out into our physical reality. And so right now, the Light Within is continuing to build and grow. We're empowering ourselves. We're getting to know more about ourselves. And we're seeing that in the collective as well, as more truth is coming to the surface, more truth is coming to the light of day, for everyone to know what in the heck's going on. So that way we can all make better choices and better decisions because we're working with all the information. But that is really coming from the fact that we are doing the work collectively within ourselves. As Gandhi said, you have to be the change you want to see in the world. And so that's the truth. He's talking about the same thing. You have to do it yourself. You can't expect to see it out in the world if you aren't doing it yourself. So you can't, as RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. That's very true. So it's the same thing. If you can't treat yourself with love and compassion, then you're not going to be able to treat others with love and compassion, because how on earth would you know how to do it? It starts with us. Excuse me. And oftentimes our friendships are really there to assist us and help us reflect back who we are. And we have these exchanges with these close people, these people that we trust, these people that we spend time with. There's an exchange happening. Oftentimes we can see things in our friends that we aren't able to see in ourselves, or we see it in our friends first and then we're able to see it in ourselves. And so friends are great support, and they're also great teachers, and they're also great to love and spend time with and be with, because there's so much joy in the connection when we get together with other humans. And so the breakthrough, I feel, is happening in the sense that we are literally breaking through barriers. We're breaking through energetic barriers. We're breaking through illusions. We're breaking through mistruths. We're breaking through all that is that has its foundation in manipulation and control. All that is literally crumbling right before our eyes because of the light that is building within us. And it's again an inside job, and I know for me, I know I'm actively working to grow my light, to raise my vibration, and so that's something that I spend time working on. Now that isn't something that everybody else is working on, and that's fine, because it's up to each one of us to decide how we want to live our life, what we want to do, what we want to focus on, and how we want it to go, and we all get to make that however we want. But collectively, especially at a time like this when we're in alignment with the galactic center, we're literally entering in a higher charged area of our galaxy, of our universe than usual, allowing all of us to sort of have this sort of extra kick, this turn up, this exponential dial turn of light intensity that's affecting us all. And so that is the reading for today. If you have any questions about that, please comment. If anything about that was unclear, I would love for you to message me or private message me. Okay, so we're going to open up this time now, if anyone would like to call in for a reading, the call-in number is 661-800-5875. And you can also put in the comments, Jay, give me a reading, please. Excuse me. And I will also pull a card for you if you want to use the comments in order to let me know that you like a reading. All right. So I'm going to do a little spray of Heavenly Upliftment because I just want a little spritzer to give me a little pick me up here. Raise my energy. I'm still feeling a little bit cloudy and fuzzy up here. I'm not totally back to the clarity that I'm used to, but at the same time, I'm feeling great, and I know that will all come back as the mucus finishes clearing out of my system. All right. Well, I don't believe we're going to have any callers, and I don't see anybody messaging me, letting me know that they'd like a reading. So we are going to sign off for now. I did want to remind everybody about the giveaway we're doing. This is the last week of the salt lamp giveaway. So let me get her up here so everyone can see. I'm doing a raffle drawing for this beautiful salt lamp on December 18th, which is this coming Sunday. And in order to get an entry into the drawing, you either have to like my page or join me for a live show, as well as you can also, if you share any of my posts, you get 5 extra entries per share of any of my posts on the J. Richard Varvel page. And so that's a way to really rack up the entries. So again, this beautiful salt lamp I will be raffling off this coming Sunday on December 18th. So again, I want to thank everybody for joining me live. Thank you so much, Aaron and Crystal, as well as thank you for everybody that has joined me in the archive. I want to, I want to just surround everybody with a big giant hug of love. Until tomorrow at 11, I'll see you then.